Special match. Versus. Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
飛躍がこっちまで伝わってきますね。
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
始まりましたね。
Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Good call just now.
うまい。
Pressuring them in the corner.
どうなるどうなる。
Throws them down.
うまい。
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The low doesn't connect. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. Denied the low heavy. Sweet.
天才か。
Grabs him.
なんかこっちが緊張する。いやーどうだどうだ。いいよいいよ。
A critical situation for both fighters. They're both KO.
おお。しっかり倒しきりましたね。
That's a huge win there. Settle down and keep grinding.
いやー強い。強すぎるよ。でもまだわからない。
Connect with medium kick. Keep at it.
大丈夫大丈夫。
Hit them with
どういうことこれ。
time. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Uses the gauge for a super arm.
あこれかっこいいやつ。
Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
どうなるんですかね。
In there.
決まったー。
Don't think about what you couldn't do. Think about what you got done.
なんかここまですごく一進一退できてるんで次どうなるか本当に予想できないです。
Medium kick. Getting up close and personal. They're laying into each other. Fades out the low kick. The low kick hits.
今の完璧。
Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 2 is in a very good spot now.
いやー一気に来るんじゃないですかこれは。
Oh, putting the cherry on top.
なんかもうすごいことになってるよ。今の完璧。
Ooh, what a smart throw.
今の完璧。
Hadouken forward run. Just do it.
今のは効いてる。
All in with the rush. Turns out.
なんかこっちが緊張する。
This is a critical moment.
すごい激闘ですね。どっちも負けないで。
Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Player 2.
Fighting ground. Start practice. Versus. Special match. Street Fighter 6. Fighting ground. Here comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
よろしくお願いします。
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
始まりましたね。
Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round.
ここからどう攻めるんですかね。
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner.
どうなるどうなる？
Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner.
結構リードしてる感じですね。
KO!
綺麗に決まりましたね。
A round in the bag. Good work.
めちゃくちゃすごい攻めでしたね。
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital.
一瞬の油断が命取りですよね。
Still slugging it out at this range. That's a counter. Jumps in. Following up. Zones with the fireball. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Keeping them away. They trade hits. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Still a chance. They gotta do it. Oh, putting the cherry on top.
いいですね。
Closes it out.
決めてった。ナイス。
Player 2.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight.
お互いに頑張ってほしいですね。
Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Big low reaching heavy. Anticipated that counter and blocks.
ナイス。
Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Throws them to negate the block.
いやー、どうだどうだ。
Showing some great fortitude. This is far from over.
なんかこっちが緊張する。
Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Each hit is so important here.
これどっちが勝つの？
In there.
おお、しっかり倒しきりましたね。
Let's try to shake up the game plan a bit.
なんかこう、魂のぶつかり合い的なものを感じました。
Adamant flame. Throws them to negate the block.
天才か？
Denies the jump in. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Springs forward with the drive rush. Hits them with the fire. Not bad, not bad.
いや、惜しいな今の。二人ともやる気満々だ。
Connects with the throw.
こっからどう行くんでしょう。
Still a chance. They gotta do it. They're in the corner. This may change the match.
いやー、一気に来るんじゃないですかこれは。
Getting in a groove. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? What a finish.
おお、しっかり倒しきりましたね。
Oh, yeah. This is all yours.
いや、強すぎません？すごい気迫みたいなの感じます。
Medium kick hits. Jumps. Throw is denied. What a read. Plenty of health. Full gauges. All the throw connects.
全然気が抜けませんね。すごすぎ。天才。
Getting up close is personal. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up.
なんかもうすごいことになってるよ。
The pieces are there.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
お互いに頑張ってほしいですね。
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
ビシバシやり合ってるところが見たいです。
Lots of aggression from both sides. A nice, chunky combo. Can they keep up the assault? Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Get some!
決着ですね。
Reflect on the round and see what you can use next.
どちらにも頑張ってほしいです。
They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it?
いやー、どうなるんだろう。いいですね。
Big throw.
慎重ですね。
A quick breather. Player flatlines them.
決まったー。
Everyone loses.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
なんかワクワクします。
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
かっこいいとこ見たいです。
Sick. They knew that throw was coming. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Pressuring them in the corner.
どうなるどうなる。
Next up, nailed it. They're really getting worked over in the corner. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Big low reaching heavy. Grabs him,
ナイス
sticks the KO.
ナイスナイス。かっこいい。
The assault's working. Keep that confidence.
ちょっとこれ強すぎじゃないですか。
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
いやー、どうなるんだろう。
Springs forward with the drive rush. Pokes with a medium kick.
いいよいいよ。
Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Gotta be cool. Yeah, just like that. Medium kick hit. Ah, burnout activate.
なんかこっちが緊張する。
Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player one showing.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
どっちも強そうですね。
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
どっちも強そう。すごい。
Backs them into the corner.
どうなるどうなる。
Tries to bait him with the projectile. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak.
どうなる。
Don't worry, it happens.
大丈夫大丈夫。
They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. Yeah, yeah.
天才か。
Takes a trip. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Was looking for that jump attack.
天才か。どうするどうする。
Great work. Just like that.
いや惜しいな今の。二人ともやる気満々だ。
One combo can end this round right now.
どっち。
KO.
ナイスナイス。かっこいい。
Don't worry about it. Get your hits in and you'll be fine.
今負けちゃった方にも取り返してほしいですね。
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must bend the meter, hoping for a good return.
今完璧。
No cookout complete without experiencing burnout.
いやー頑張れ。
Both sides are really vying for dominance. We're in for one hell of a dance.
そっかそっか
They need to be mindful of their opponent's SA gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player springs forward with the drive rush.
どうするどうする
Checks him with the boot. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. There's a definite burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. We have a super art on deck. That's what we want. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage.
この感じは名勝負の予感がしますどうなるんですかねここから
Sonic boom. Denies the jump in. Sonic Blade's a fish for a reaction. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Experiencing burnout.
いやー頑張れ
Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range.
なんかこっちが緊
A super art?
張やばい
There's still a chance here. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Springs forward with the drive rush. One chip hits the drive. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough.
決まった
Kyle wins. Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
飛躍がこっちまで伝わってきますね
Checks with the projectile. Backs them into the corner.
どうなるどうなる
Their drive gauge was running low, but they use an overdrive art anyway just to show they're not gun-shy. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Just out of range for that throw. Nice.
ナイス
Drive gauge finally recovers. Throws them. What's next?
どうなる
Nice. Adds a little super juice into this. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
決まった
Round two.
Player 1 took that convincingly. But what's next?
今負けちゃった方に戻り返してほしいですね
All right, let's see what happens in the next round. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
この感じは名勝負の予感がします
Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it?
このまま
Ah, burnout activates.
なんかこっちが緊張す
Looking to impress with this super
るいいですね
KO.
決まった
Akuma.
Player 1.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
よろしくお願いします
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
気合入ってますね
Pressuring them in the corner.
どうなるどうなる
Nailed.
すごい
Look at the damage they can pump out with the combo. Things are heating up. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Sweet.
天才か
Drive rush. KO.
お
Okay, more of that next round.
おいやー強い強すぎるよでもまだわからない
Dashes forward. Hits them with the fire. Breaks the block with a throw.
ナイスナイス
Looking to impress with this super.
何これすごい派手でいいですね
Stuck in the corner but not going down without a fight.
結構リードし
KO.
綺麗に決まりましたね
Player 2 puts
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
どっちも強そうですね。
Checking their opponent. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape.
どうなるどうなる？
Good call just now.
すごい。
Uncomfortable space here. Can they flip each other on the edge? It's okay. You're doing well.
惜しい。
The low heavy hits. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Throws them to negate the block. The throw. Miss it. No worries about that.
まあそういう時もあるよね。
Both play. Oh, burnout triggered. One chance here may end the KO.
ナイスナイス。かっこいい。
Yes. Keep it up.
いや強すぎません？すごい気迫みたいなの感じます。
Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital.
いやーどうなるんだろう。
Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
こっからこっから。
So they break forward to pressure the opponent.
いやーどうだどうだ。
Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Oh no, they're stunned.
いやー頑張れ。いいよいいよ。
Grabs and throws them away. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a in there.
おお、しっかり倒しきりましたね。
Don't think about what you couldn't do. Think about what you got done.
いやー熱い勝負が繰り広げられております。どっちが勝ってもおかしくないと思います。
Dakuhado, which burnout activates.
いやー頑張れ。
They're turning it up enough. We might see some rushdown here.
個人的にはガンガンやり合ってるところが見たいですね。
Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. How did they read that throw? Their life bar has now been whittled down to a good decision with that throw.
今のは引いてる。
Ooh, you never know what. You got nothing to worry about. Forget that.
めっちゃ惜しい。ドンマイです。
Sticks out a kick. Close range projectile. Hadouken. Player 1 turning it right up with a super.
なんかすごい。
I hope you're not a lightweight because one sip of this cup is enough to ether you.
いったれいったれ。
It is over.
うー決まっちゃいましたね。
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
なんかワクワクします。
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
かっこいいとこ見たいです。
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner.
どうなるどうなる？
The low kick is blocked. Shows the overhead. Goes for the throw.
どうなる？
No more drive gauge. Brings out the super art. How is this going to work out for them?
これが SF。
Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round.
ナイスナイス。かっこいい。
It's all good. You can still take this back.
どちらもガンガンやり合ってほしいです。
Overhead. A good call there.
まあそういう時もあるよね。慎重ですね。
They're backed up into the corner.
どうなるんですかね。ここから。ナイスナイス。
Throws them.
今の完璧。
Ugh, this is a complete shutdown. Tries to make something happen with experiencing burnout.
なんかこっちが緊張する
Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's gonna be what a finish?
の名勝負
Terry.
Don't get too down on yourself.
Another fight is coming your way.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
気迫がこっちまで伝わってきますね
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with a play-by-play.
ビシバシやり合ってるところが見たいです
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner.
どうなるどうなる
Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 currently has the life lead. They'll want to try and not overextend. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Throws him down.
すごいいやーどうだどうだ
Grabs him.
ナイス
All right, what's coming up next? How will they utilize the corner? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
慎重ですね
Okay, they'll want to keep this flow going. What's their game plan here at this critical get so?
お
Well read. Keep going.
ーいやー強い強すぎるよでもまだわからない
Grabs them. Drive rush. Gets in their face.
ナイスナイス
Out of there.
どうするどうする
Time to take this momentum and really run with it. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure.
この感じは名勝負の予感がします
Scrapping it out up close. Why are they going in? Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return.
あこれかっこいいやつ
Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Player 2 is...
A new warrior has entered the ring.
It's a mirror match. There's gonna be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
どっちも強そうですね
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
始まりましたね うまい
Backs them into the corner.
どうなるどうなる
Sick. So on point.
うまい
Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out.
だいぶ有利な状況ですね
Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. More like that.
ナイスいやーどうだどうだ
Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. No more drive gauge.
ヒヤヒヤします
Shoots off a fireball up close. Next hit will end the round. Feeling out the spacing.
いやーここ気が抜けないですね
Will they be able to muster up one final hit? The overthrow out of the telephone.
いいよいいよ
Both fighters are barely alive.
どっちもギリギリ
Experiencing burn KO.
決まった
Don't worry, we're just getting started here.
勝負はまだこれからって感じですね
They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
一瞬の油断が命取りですよね
How will they utilize the corner? Goes for the rush. Checks him with a projectile. Time to reassess the situation. Jump? That's what we want. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger?
このまま勝ち切ったらかっこいいですよね
Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks.
二人ともやる気満々だ
Not bad, not bad.
いや惜しいな今の
KO!
綺麗に決まりましたね
Akuma.
Don't let it phase you. You'll
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
よろしくお願いします。
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
どっちも強そう。
Solid idea. Maybe next time.
惜しい。
Starts off zoning with fireballs. Goes for the throw. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here?
どうするどうする？
How will they utilize the corner? This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Perfect and heats it up with a combo into super.
出た。SA 技。
Even a throw here will do it. In there!
ナイスナイス。かっこいい。
Don't worry, we're just getting started here.
次のラウンドが勝負ですね。まあ全部勝負なんですけど。
Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Blocks it. Sandblast.
ナイスナイス。
Still slugging it out at this range. Big opportunity now in this corner.
どうなるんですかね。ここから。
Bending that drive gauge. Oh, the throw connects.
すごすぎ。天才。
Oh my, the throw tech. Reads the jump in perfectly. Doing some quick planning. Closes it out.
おお。しっかり倒し切りましたね。
That's a huge win there. Settle down and keep grinding.
いやー強い。強すぎるよ。でもまだわからない。
Solid anti-air.
すごすぎ。天才。
Player one with a lead. Will they go for offense or defense?
いいんじゃないですか。これいけそうですよ。
Back into the corners. What setup do they have?
いやー一気に来るんじゃないですか。これは。
Why are they going in? Hang back. Baits out the low kick. Fires a blast. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Even the slide adds a bit of OD spice. Fireball, were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Turns out.
なんかこっちが緊張する。いけるよ。集中集中。
They are done.
ふう。決まっちゃいましたね。
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
お互いに頑張ってほしいですね。
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
気合い入ってますね。
Throws them down. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Pressuring them in the corner.
どうなるどうなる。
Still slugging it out here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit.
どうなる。
One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Throws them. What's next?
天才か。
Reacts to the throw. Goes to the overdrive. This is
いいですね。
KO.
ナイスナイス。かっこいい。
Well read. Keep going.
いや強すぎません。すごい気迫みたいなの感じます。
Did well to get the buff in there. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Buffs up. Side Hasho to start something? Zanku Hadouken. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Gets a risky buff in. Out of there. Looking for a chance. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. The throw missed. They are real.
ナイスナイス。
They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure.
この感じは名勝負の予感がします。
Flatline them.
決まったー。
A loss is a loss, but don't let that get you down.
次のラウンドが勝負ですね。まあ全部勝負なんですけど。
Uses the target combo as a. Ooh, what a smart blow.
すごすぎ。天才。
Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize?
いいんじゃないですか。これいけそうですよ。
With super art throws them.
白熱してます。今の完璧。
They
今の完璧
Flatline zone.
よ名勝負
Akuma.
Player two. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
どっちも強そうですね
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
気合入ってますね
Puts one in the pocket. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Nailed it. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape.
どうなるどうなる天才か
Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan.
結構リードしてる感じです
Get some.
綺麗に決まりましたね
Don't worry about it. Get your hits in and you'll be fine.
勝負はまだこれからって感じですね
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it?
いやーどうなるんだろう
Jumps up. Is it time for the mix? Side switch in the corner. Hits them with fire. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Ooh, yeah, just like that. Life lead is there.
やばい
Great work. Just like that.
いや惜しいな今の慎重ですね
Perfect execution with the anti-air.
今の完璧
Barely blocks the jump. Clutch anti-air.
いいですね
Oh, what a finish.
決めてったナイス
Oh, yeah, this is all yours.
いやー熱い勝負が繰り広げられておりますどっちが勝ってもおかしくないと思います
Big anime vibe with Imperium's end. Their life bar has now been whittled down to about 50%. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Nowhere to run.
いやー一気に来るんじゃないですか
Experiencing burnout.
なんかこっちが緊張する
Jump. Close with burnout, but they may have a plan here. Super art to show them what a PhD and fighters can do for you.
すごいことになってるよ
Super. That's what we want to see. Still a chance. They gotta do it. Here comes the corner pressure. Closes it out.
おおしっかり倒しきりましたね
We're in for something special right here, right now.
よろしくお願いします
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
どっちも強そう
Goes for the throw.
うまい
Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
ここからどう攻めるんですかねどうだ
Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Well, that happens to everyone.
惜しい
Gets backed into the corner with pressure. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there.
頑張れ
KO.
決着ですね
Let's try to shake up the game plan a bit.
今負けちゃった方に戻り返してほしいですね
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
一瞬の油断が命取りですよね
Dashes up. Throws them. What's next?
お
Breaks the block with a throw.
いいよいいよ
Is it time for the mix? A quick breather. No worries about that.
まあそういう時もあるよね
In there.
綺麗に決まりましたね
That's a huge win there. Settle down and keep grinding.
なんかここまですごく一心二意できてるんだ。次どうなるか本当に予想できないです。
Uses the gauge for a super art.
ナイスナイス。
Can they make the most? All the throw connects.
すごすぎ。天才。
Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. There's a burnout.
いやー、頑張れ。まだここからの逆転は
Impact squat. What a finish.
決まったー。
Player 2 got
Another fight is coming your way.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
お互いに頑張ってほしいですね。
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
かっこいいとこ見たいです。
It's okay. You're doing well.
大丈夫大丈夫。
Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop it. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Neither of them willing to back off here. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Will they be able to muster up? Goes for the super art? KO! Yes! Keep it up!
いやー、強い。強すぎるよ。でもまだわからない。
A parry? They return to center stage. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Can they turn this gauge advantage into something? Big throws.
いいですね。
Okay. Smart play with the throw. Nice parry. Is it time?
ちょっと何ですか今の。
Perfect parry. How will they follow up? The throw whiffs. A good call there.
まあそういう時もあるよね。
Drops it hard. Still can't find a way out of this corner. Something's gotta give.
いけるよ。集中。
Flatlines them.
よ、名勝負。
Don't think about what you couldn't do. Think about what you got done.
なんかこう魂のぶつかり合い的なものを感じました。
This is gonna hurt. Listen. Hitting them with the throws them.
今の完璧。
Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Throws them. Okay, here we go. The low kick hits.
すごすぎ。天才。
Oh man, this is a scary range. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Why are they going in? Hang back. Are you kidding me?
決まっちゃいましたね。
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
飛躍がこっちまで伝わってきますね。
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
始まりましたね。
Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Pressuring them in the corner.
どうなるどうなる。
The pressure continues as they can't escape the corner. They need to find a way out.
だいぶ有利な状況ですね。
Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Still slugging it out here. This is a tough spot.
ヒヤヒヤします。いやー、
KO!
綺麗に決まりましたね。
Nice! That's the way to do it.
めちゃくちゃすごい攻めでしたね。
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
一瞬の油断。
Ah, burnout activates.
いやー、頑張れ。
Who will gain control of the match in the early going?
どちらが先に仕掛けるんですかね。
Time to take this moment. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. The impact doesn't do anything. Grabs and throws him away.
いいですね。
Good experiencing burnout.
なんかこっちが緊張する。
Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player 2 puts a...
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
なんかワクワクします。
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
ビシバシやり合ってるところが見たいです。
Yes, like that.
すごい。
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach?
ここからどう攻めるんですかね。
That's how it's done.
天才か？
The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Blocks the jump in. Can't tech the throw. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Holds out with the block.
どうなる？
The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup?
何か狙ってるんですかね、これは。
They saw a path and they took it.
綺麗に決まりましたね。
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
なんかこう、魂がぶつかり合い的なものを感じました。
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two kick it up a notch. Saw that.
ナイス。
Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
こっからこっから。
They uses the gauge for a super art.
何これ？すごい派手でいいですね。
At least one of them is having a good time in that corner.
二人ともやる気満々だ。
Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
どうなるんですかね、ここから。
There's a change of side. It's a good spot to use the super.
すごすぎ。天才。こっからどう行くんでしょう。
Why are they going in? Hang back. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Time to take this momentum and really clutch anti-air. Reads the throw and escapes. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. They gotta dig down deep. The low.
今の完璧。
One player is in burnout state. Closes it out.
決めてった。ナイス。